But you know, he tells she was a female, and Jason really wanted, like he was trying to really get at her and stuff. And we was sitting by the pool and stuff, and he went up and started talking to her and stuff. And about an hour or something later, like, yeah, man, hey, Raul, just go walk around a bit for the half. Oh, girl, come back to the room. Like, who that girl, that boy girl, that dyke looking chick? Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, like you ain't seen it. Like, she look, the way she look, I don't know, clothes. She saw me some pictures or something. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I got us. I want to start walking around, whatever. That dude came back. Yeah, he's like, yeah, man. And then I knocked her off. Knocked her off. Then this dude, he's going to say, well, I'm going to take this condom and use it. I'm going to wash it off, and I'm going to go upstairs and go knock out this other girl. I'm not going to say her name. Let's just say she was from my city, okay? She was from my city. See, but she wasn't. Okay, I ain't going to tell you the name, okay? But it was the same day. So if you're listening to this podcast and you was from a city, like I said, Tyler Crew had a few women. A lot of I didn't name all the women that was on the Tyler Crew though. So you gotta think 08, 09, and yeah, he had the dyke girl. Then he went upstairs and then he knocked off one of the Tyler chicks with the same condom. He just watched it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go use the same one on her. I like, dang, you a savage, Jason. But that's probably that was the type of stuff that was going on. But like I said, but then when Sean came around, he came around and everything. That's when I started rooming with him. And like I said, the music thing, he got on stage and froze up. But this dude was more of a savage too. Like he was on them women too, you know, getting women trying to come back to the room. But now this is where I'm pretty sure it probably did happen. Probably didn't. Well, at least one. But like I said, the Ashley and Simone from Walking Dead, I think he had both of them. And like Uncle Ricky was the type still trying to get the women. Like, you never know what Uncle Ricky was doing. He was trying to get them to smoke with him. But you knew Sean was going to whatever female was around Sean or talking to Sean. He probably was friendly. He probably had her right and stuff, something like that. Or he was trying to get with her or something. But you know, he was type of dog. Damn, Sean around with a girl. Better watch that nigga. He was just that dude. You know, just he say some stuff to him, and that was it. But it was an instant. Like, I'm gonna tell you this story when I knew it was probably him and Ashley was probably kind of just messing around, whatever they was doing. But you know, Uncle Ricky, he didn't want to. It was like it was the instant. We went out right. We went out to Little Rock. We was in Little Rock, Arkansas, and he knew some people who like from Memphis. He had some friends like in Memphis, and he went to Memphis. Like, I think that same week, yeah, he went to Memphis. I tell you, this dude would go places wherever it was at. He knew people. He would go out somewhere. Like, Memphis is like an hour or something away from Little Rock. I don't know how far, but he went. His people came in. I think they came and picked him up. He went back to Memphis. And he came back. Like, this is doing, like, I'm telling you, we had to work. So we getting off at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the evening, or the afternoon, or whatever. He's going to Memphis and staying gone and coming back late. And I'm like, dang, he's still gonna wake up and get up, ready for work and stuff. So he did that, and he came back. And they was in the room. It was like two dudes and him. And they came back with him to Little Rock. And like, yeah, y'all can stay in the room right here. Maybe we're gonna go out tomorrow and shit. So the next day come around, we go through. It was like it's a whole night on the town. We get out. We start riding around the city of Little Rock. Like, I've never really seen Little Rock, the city. It looks like a nice little town though. It looked like a cool, nice little town, though. It was, went through downtown. And we were looking for some club. We were looking for a strip club. We went to this strip club. This strip club was terrible, though. This was right in. It looked like it was right in the hood somewhere. We went in this damn strip club, and it looked like, man, the women looked like they just looked ratchet. Like, you can tell these chicks like came from the hood. Just like they just walked, they were just handing out jobs to any female they saw on the street. Like, hey, you want to strip? Put this on, come in here. Because these women looked at bad. We stayed in there for like 10 minutes. And I think Sean was like, yeah, this shit whack, man. Let's go. Or, cause we was sitting there. We was like, it was few of us. I mean, and I'm not even really getting aroused of nothing about the women. Because they did nothing for me. It was like a black women strip club. But none of these women did nothing for me. They just did not look for like, I don't know how the hell they make money in that strip club. Cause those women were not what they do. But you know, they started drinking. Sean is like, I think he at one of this point he was just almost totally wasted. He at one point he just fell asleep in the back of the car. He was throwing up. Like, this dude was just out of there. This dude, we get back to the room like 3 in the morning, almost 2. And we got to get up at like 5 o'clock. It was close to 3. I know we had to get up like 5. And this dude is just out of there. And it's getting ready for work. This dude don't want to go to work now. Cause he doesn't just there was a habit he had. He would not show up for work sometime after these long nights, and he'd just be drunk or too messed up to get up. And everybody was trying to wake him up. Like Jane Super kind of came trying to wake him up this day, and he was just blurting out stupid stuff. Then he started like, yeah. He was so drunk. I think this is when he got back. He was laid out so drunk. He was like, call Ashley. So he was talking about Ashley. I was like, what the hell? He talking about one Ashley for? Then I put together, that must be his little side, his little secret honey. You know, he's because I mean he's drunk, so he just saying whatever he want to say, and that's what I feel. Oh man, him and Ashley. Probably. Then I was like, yeah, probably had the other one too, but that's what the type of stuff we do. Like, he would do that all the time. Almost every major town we went to, Shreveport, you know it was gonna happen. Speaking of Shreveport would always do that. If people from Shreveport was working in Shreveport, guaranteed a lot of most of the people from Shreveport was not gonna show up from work. That was just a common thing. It's gonna be a common thing coming around at this time at this job. Shreveport didn't want to show up for the work that was close to their town. Most of them didn't. A lot of them did, but I'm telling you, it was a select few that every single time they was gonna do that. So like I said, we had this. So the orchestra crew come around, and then there was a point in time when me and Rob and B, I went to their house and played 2K and stuff like. So when that crew kind of made it was a different thing, cause you know I wasn't used to just going places, people's house and chilling and stuff. So that was type of the atmosphere around that time when they came around. Then I get to mention like Tyrone and all them guys. They was like wild too, but there was one. This is when some Shreveport people pop around. I think this is when I believe like some of the men got like Kato was around, or he was new, or Zane, guys like that. They were around, and then there was some newer people that started coming around, and there was this girl named Tasha came around, and she was the real thick chocolate looking thing from Shreveport. And I don't know, I haven't seen her in a long time, but she usually pops up on my friend list on Facebook when I just see a post every now and then, maybe. But she was kind of like, I had that look like Nikki. You know, I think Nikki had been gone by this time. The little Jason and Nikki story had kind of wind down, and she was gone. She had ended up ended up quitting or something. But I was looking at this chick Tasha, and I'm telling you, I used to say some stupid stuff, but I remember she used to kind of talk to me. Well, she always act like she liked me or say something. She was always just calling my name, right, and just sometimes she be rubbing on me and stuff, and dudes like, man, you letting Tasha roll, you better do something about it and stuff. And she would always do that. And then I remember one day I'm sitting in the room with her. This is when I didn't know she was talking to she ended up talking to Antoine, and they was like a little item. But and I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna get her. But I was sitting in the room, I was saying something to her, asking a question, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you to my house, show you my Lambo or something. Cause my damn cousin, my cousin used to rent these exotic cars, And I made some shit of like, oh, yeah, I got a Lamborghini and stuff. I know she thought I was bullshitting. I mean, I wasn't, but I was, because I didn't have no Lambo. My cousin, he did like have a Lamborghini at one point where he rented one, and I drove it. And I said, like, kept telling people like my cousin's gonna give it to me because he's gonna buy another car, which was never the case. But and I just felt so. I said so. I was like, that sounded so stupid. Like, I'm gonna take you to my house. I said, I was like, what the hell am I thinking? But that's just, you know, kind of what I like I said, I didn't say much, but I looked, I knew much, I saw, I looked, I kind of just peep things out there. Around the last years, I started talking more to people and stuff like as you'll see. But I know what y'all here for though. Y'all here for from the dirt. Y'all need to hear some dirt. What was the dirty dirt going on? Well, we haven't got to the point where Duck Lady comes. Where I tell you, if y'all don't know who Duck Lady is yet, I'll tell y'all who Duck Lady is. But let's just say, okay, so DB, I don't know who was DB's woman at this point. I think DB's woman was, I think, like I said, the old Diana shit left. She got fired. She did the crazy thing, telling the husband, the wife. I allegedly, I don't know what happened with whatever DB and his people, but I don't know what maybe she just like, hell, the dude's he got women and I don't care no more. You know, they married or what? I don't know. So everything allegedly, whatever she did after she got fired, she started spilling all the beans about DB, but that didn't stop DB. Now I think it was like 2 or 3 ones that he was kind of sneaking around on, and I don't want to say names, but I know one for sure. And I know one, and I know another one. Actually, this one, I think G was kind of knocking off too. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. How could I forget to tell y'all about G and his girl? G used to talk to this girl from Dallas, named Cassandra. It was her husband, you know, and that was like that couple. But see, G and Cassandra, like they was like that item, you know. And Cassandra was a crazy, like she was the loud, like you could hear her from wherever across the aisles. Now, this is like I said, a lot of this stuff happened years ago. So if anybody get mad about it, they just get mad about it. Whatever y'all got going on, it's my show. So, like I said, if you knew G and Sin, you knew they was together. Like she better not cheat on him. He better not cheat on her. Like type stuff. Well, it was a point of time. Like did I tell y'all a story about the guy, one of my dudes who used to rap with me? Well, I ain't gonna say this guy's name, but he was from Tyler, right? This dude right here, was on him, and he was on Stephanie too. I'm talking about super mean Stephanie, not Bigfoot lady. I'm talking about the manager. He was on her too, right? He like the point he told me, like, yeah, I chilled. I was at a house chilling, like it was one day she right over his house, and he said he could have had it right there. And he was over there drinking and stuff with her, whatever. And at a house like Stephanie, I'm like, dang, lucky dude. And he didn't even get. I mean, as that death, but knowing this dude, I'm pretty sure he probably ended up getting it or something. Cause she let him come to his house like that. Then I'm pretty sure he came back. He went back. Yeah, when he got to the job and he seen her, like, damn, that girl she fine. I tell you, if you see Stephanie when she used to dress up in her little stuff, you was gonna want to get at it. But there was a point he had Sam too. He had Sam was talking with him too. And this is when G kind of left, and he came back though. Did he come back? I think it was. I remember they left. I remember they kind of stopped talking, but I remember G kind of did he leave or he was working and he came back, something like that. But for some reason, she ended up talking to him, and she came to his room and stuff. But that was when they gets up. I mean, I'm telling you, this dude was he was savage, kind of like my dude Sean, and he was telling me about that. He was telling us about that one day we was in a van about what he was doing. And then like this dude was knocking. He was knocking off everybody's women kind of. Now he did have one of Uncle Ricky's girls. Was it Uncle Ricky or was it Swerve? Oh no, it was Swerve's girl. It was Swerve's girl. He did get this Swerve, not the skin. At this point, Swerve migrated to this other chick. She was from Texarkana. Okay, now I'm still on Texarkana. She was that Texarkana had like 3 or 4 new people. And it was like another female. I think she was in her 40s or something at this time. And the dude from Tyler was talking further with her too. And this is when Sean was here too. And him and Sean had her, and I think they had both of them. I think he had her both in the room. She was in the room with both of them, and they both had her like at the same time or something. But they started, then they started like kind of throwing hints about it, but Swerve would never know what the hell was saying. They was saying like some stuff they was saying, but Swerve would never know what the hell they was saying. But they was hinting like, yeah, we hit your girl, and stuff. I'm telling you, Tyler was like low key. If y'all didn't know, or people know, they was Tyler dudes. It was Tyler dudes knocking off a lot of women, other people's women, other people's wives and stuff. I'm telling you, it was some Tyler dudes that was doing it. Like I said, I'm gonna put this guy's name out because he's going through some. I don't know if he's in jail or not, or married. Well, I don't. It's still my damn show. Why am I saying it's my show? But I won't say his name because he kind of messed us up in our music thing too though. But nevertheless, that was like I was saying, Sean, the guy, Stephanie, and him and Sam, I'm telling you, this guy was doing that. Like this is what was going on. Now back to DB, like I said, I think he had like 2 or 3 that he was kind of had the regular on, but he was like, I've now noticed like dude, he was sneaky. He was sneaky like Uncle Ricky though. You would not know, but you would know, like probably what's going on. But he had the best job to ever. He was the boss man. Well, he wasn't the head guy, but he was like the second or third in command or something, like second command at this point, or second or third, something like that. But I mean, he can just come to. He mean, you want to get a raise, girl? You want to get this raise? You want to get this raise? You want the raise? This, like, he was on that type of stuff, you know. This, I mean, hell, I wouldn't say I probably would have did the same thing. I probably would have been in that mind like, hey, I got this position. These women want me to talk to me. They want to get some raises and stuff. Well, you finna get this. I mean, that's what it was on. I know he might even be listening to this, and he probably be mad as hell at me saying stuff. But people don't know who DB is unless you know he was worked there. So nobody really knows who I'm talking about. So ha. But like I said, it's still my damn show. But this is like at this point, 09 to 08, it was kind of like this kind of sleeping sex scandal kind of thing that was going on. There was a lot of sleeping around going around. That people were, kind of behind the backs cheating with the cheat. Man, these niggas, they was already cheating anyway with the person they left back at home. But then you got up here and you cheating with the person that you cheating with already. And it was kind of weird. So that was what was going on at that point of time. At this point in time, during this year of the that I kind of clearly remember, because it wasn't a lot of, like, when the years kind of started going down, that's when we started seeing the couples and stuff and all these people. And I think it's going on time we can start introducing some more characters. Some of the ones I want to actually start talking about when my boy Jamelin comes through, and he has this fight that we're gonna talk about. My boy Colton comes through, and the whole verifier thing. I started doing that when Uncle Ricky leaves. When was that one? I think Arkadelphia was still here. Yeah, because Ricky was still there when Arkadelphia was around. So I think it was like the second year. After the first year, the second year come around, Uncle Ricky gets fired. First day, first store of the year. I think it was in Mississippi, and he gets fired for cheating on verifying whatever he was doing. He was doing some cheating. They sent him home, and the manager comes around and asks, "Hey, Rob, I need you to come job verify." Now, now I can tell you about. We had a new boss coming around. We had a new boss. This dude named Mike Miller. See, Peter left to the army. I think this time he was like at a reserve, so he would leave every now and then and come back. So after that 07-08 year, Arkadelphia was there, and then around the last months of 08, I think he left, and he was like, well, he started his little army thing, and so this other guy named Mike Miller comes around, and so now after let me see, Stephanie and them come around. After that, they leave, right? So, do they leave? Was Stephanie around with Arkadelphia? No, she wasn't around with Arkadelphia. So after the Stephanie little thing, like I said, whatever she was doing, she wasn't around till like 09, I think, or right around the time Arkadelphia started coming around. I'm tripping. I think she left around that time, if I'm not mistaken. I have to really get there and might have to get on the show. I don't know, but I had to get my memory correct. I remember when Mike Miller came. I remember Miss Everett was gone. The Dallas lady, she was pretty much gone. So then it was like DB. It was a point where it was just DB, and I think Stephanie, but it was like this DB. So they brought in this guy named Mike Miller, and he became the big guy, the head guy. At one time, then DB had left to do local. Yeah, and when DB left to do local, it was just Mike Miller, and I think we had Tony. I believe we had Tony. Tony was a character too. Tony. Man, I'll tell you, I get into the next episode. But around this time, when Rockaway gets fired, this dude that Mike Miller, this dude always walked around like he had shit in the back of his pants. Like if somebody took a shit or something, or doo-doo or something in their pants, and they had to walk funny to keep it from whatever. He walked like that all the time. He wore these pants that were like extra too big. The pants were extra big, so he would put these belts on. You could see that the pants were too big, and he would like talk to you with his head down. Like, he'd never really look in your eye, but when he talked, he would have his head down, looking at something else while he's talking to you. Like, he's not even looking at you, and he would do that. He would have this talk like, and this is around the time when Colton and all them started coming around. They kind of rarely knew though, and he wasn't as good counters at this point. But when this guy Mike Miller, he was cool though. I mean, he didn't really just have much like authority, because he wasn't that type of dude you was scared of, was type, oh, you might fire me. He was just kind of this laid back type, but there was a point he did get mad at one time. It was so funny. But so when that time come around, because I say, let me see, DB leaves, we have kind of the Arkadelphia still around, DB's left, the whole bunch of manager thing is kind of gone. So I think this is around when G was running the flow too for a while, until Texarkana left, and then still had Beagley and all that, and that was when he got fired, I started verifying. That's how I started learning how to verify. Then I said, damn, my job was easy as hell, because I could just walk around Walmart all day and just do nothing and just make sure stuff was right. Even though if it was right, I say, I don't give a damn if it's right, just check it. So that was the type of job I was doing at this time. And while we was doing that, I was rooming with Sean. Like I said, we did the going out thing. He went to the strip club, and he couldn't wake up the next morning for work, and that was kind of a common thing. It wasn't gonna be the last time, so he would do that. And then I remember one time I can say this one. the dude that had me room with that was from Tyler that was talking to Stephanie and saying all them. It was one time he had some girls come from Shreveport, and they come. They came from Houston. We was in Shreveport, and one girl kind of seen the girl that kind of seen was kind of cute, but the girl she didn't come to see me, but I was his roommate, so she was with her friend, and I guess she thought I was gonna talk to her. I don't know, but she just didn't do nothing for me. She didn't look good at all, and they came in from a night on or whatever they went to casino or something. I'm laying in my bed sleep, so the girl who my roommate at that point goes in his bed, and I'm thinking I don't want her to get in my bed, but I can hear and see him, like I hear her like they back, and I'm sleeping and she just gets in my bed and just lays in there, and I'm thinking like, damn, you need to move, you need to get the hell out of my bed. I need my spot. I like to sleep wild, but I didn't touch her or nothing. She did nothing for me. Nothing at all. I was not aroused or sexually. She was just not attracted to me. And she was like, I think she asked like, can I come and get in the bed? Or I think she just got in the bed. She just got in the bed, and she was using sleep. I was in her sleep. I at one point just forgot she was in there, and I think I brushed up against her because I like to sleep wild. But this is just some stuff that was going on at the time. But like I said, I think this episode would just kind of show you, it was a lot of this around this second year, third year, wherever it is. It was kind of a sex scandal type thing I think was going on. Everybody was just kind of everybody was doing everybody. It wasn't more so like on the job, co-workers doing co-workers, which it was. But it was like cheating and stuff. There was stuff like that was going on. And with the job itself, they were still going through these lawsuits because they weren't paying people. They still wasn't paying us not a damn thing. Like the money we should be making, we was not making what we should be making at a job. What we was doing and everything we was going through, you expect them to pay you more than what you was getting. And then they would short you on hours, because you didn't just clock in. You had the management had to do your hours and stuff, so they could get on a computer and make their numbers look good, because the numbers at the end of the day for the Walmart, how many time we count an hour and stuff, that keeps their job, so they would just go in there and fix the hours and stuff to make sure the numbers look right, and you get shorted on hours. And it was like point, like I was like, dang, I worked this many hours and I only make it. They're like, so at a point you was like, dang, I could just work at McDonald's for this. But then you just think about it, then you be like, damn, it's cool to just be, because we wasn't doing no work though. That was the only thing. We wasn't doing no damn work. So I was like, damn. Sometimes it's fun. Most of the time it was fun because of the people. Like the job, even on the job, people made it. The crew that we had made it fun. But it was just stuff there was a lot of stuff that was going on. And so I'm kind of just going to give you a rundown of what's going to be up to come, because I'm still trying to get some more things in my head. But my boy Jeremiah's going to come around. It's going to be some guys. It's going to be guys with guns, bringing guns to work. Dudes walking I remember when a dude came with a gun. He walked me to the gas station. He was in Mississippi, and he would walk with me to the gas station. And he's like, let me get my gun. He had to put his gun in his pocket, and we walked to the gas station. He got a gun in his pocket. Hell, we didn't know where he was at though, but it was that was what was going on. And I think E used to bring her gun. She used to bring a gun all the time. She always claimed throw something in the bag, and I never really believed it. But knowing E, I think she did. She used to say I always have something in the bag. You want me to get in this bag? I'm gonna show you what. So I think she always brung a gun or something to work. If the cops stopped one of the Wis vans at one of these years, they would find so many drugs and pills and guns and needle, whatever, crack. They would find so much stuff if they busted a Wis van around within 2007 to 2017. Yeah, they would find that it would be a biggest drug bust ever. But so now that we know some of this stuff is going on, like I said, there's a few sex scandals going on, and I'm still not really saying much. I'm just striking out with women that I like, as you see with Tasha, Nikki. I'm doing that, and then my roommates and other guys, they having the time of their lives, messing with all types of women. I remember actually, Sean, we met this chick in a Walmart in Lufkin, and I was driving my car that week. I took him to her. She was in a dorm room, and he said he went through the whole night. He met her. He thought he was gonna get something. He didn't get nothing. But I ended up finding a chick that I knew down there, and I got something that he didn't. That was the only time I think at that point that I did something on the job. And I was like, damn, you didn't get nothing. He said he did all that work with that chick you was in talking to in Walmart. She was, and they ended up like kind of talking like thought they was together type. She would always call them stuff, and like she was cute. But yeah, that was that was the only time that I remember, like around that time, where I stepped outside the box. I stepped outside the box that time. But yeah, we're gonna wind it down. So now I'm rooming with Sean. So it's gonna be a thing where he just going out, doing all this stuff. The light on in Little Rock, we set us the stupid strip, because the strip club was a terrible strip club, and he got too drunk to get to work. And then I think around this is where I think Mike Miller was there, or he was coming around that time too. But I know he took over, if I can remember the exact day. But it was a point where he was him. DB was gone at this time, so I don't know what he was doing at this time when he was at local. He was probably knocking off all the local chicks too. Them local chicks had some nice looking things there for local. The Shreveport, like at that time they had a lot of nice looking ones. So I'm pretty sure he was just tapping a lot of them cheeks out there in Shreveport over there. But yeah, but the crew was, things is cool now. This is one of the years, like it was real cool. Like you wanted to go to work. Like work was kind of fun, and and it was just, because it was some reason the Arkadelphia crew brought out the best of the crew for some reason at this point of the time. Because it was a point where Arkadelphia and TK was at the same, they're at the same time. But then TK left, or was it? I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was that. But I remember Arkadelphia was there by themselves. At one point in time, it was just them. But TK is pretty much gone when when the Arkadelphia crew is here. Because there was no Ross or nothing. But I think it was just a few people that was there from TK that was still around. Like G, I think P was still around. But all the other, the main guy, those guys were gone though. So we there now. So we Arkadelphia. I'm gonna start verifying soon. Once Uncle Ricky gets fired, and Swerve is still being Swerve, getting drunk, and his women getting knocked off. Like as I said, I think he was with the Texarkana woman at this time. The Dallas lady, everybody from Dallas is gone for good. Like it was just like 2 people from Dallas still. Like I told y'all, like 2 or 3. But yeah, this dude Swerve though, he was one point in time where he was gonna run out of gas, and Jen's supervisor was in front, right? We was driving through the Walmart, and I was in the van with Swerve, and Jen was driving around in the front, and he looked at his thing, he saw these from around the gas. So we stopped at this stoplight, and the turn light, the light turns green, and Jen goes through, makes the exit, and Swerve gets up, but he catches him. He catches him, and it's red. And he needs. I need some gas. I need Jennifer. I need gas. And I don't know who thought to just pick up the phone and call her. No, he got out of the van, and was started to run after her. Like he was gonna run on the highway and catch her on foot when he could have just called on the damn phone. Like that's the type of stuff this dude would do. Like some of the crazy, he would get mad, pissed off at you, especially if you tell him that stuff like, yeah, fuck you. He always get mad about you talk about his driving. But man, there's just a few more memories of that year. I'm trying to keep it in this year, Frank. Once I get off, I'm gonna start remembering a lot more stuff. I guarantee you, especially if I get some people to come around and get on the show too. But that's what it is, man. Drop that like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. We in this year. We're gonna keep it with let me see. What else did this happen with me and Sean, roommates? I think this is time where I can transition over to Jamerlin. And my dude Jamerlin, the guy who I got some songs with, and the big incident, the big fight that nobody knew about. The fight that nobody knew about. Besides me, Jono, and my boy Trey. Oh yeah, Trey came. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So now we can introduce some of the people that are probably listening to the podcast right now. I'm gonna start introducing to y'all, to them people, because when these people come around. So yeah, the fight that nobody knew about. That's gonna be the next episode. The fight that nobody knew about. So oh yeah, then we get to talk about what's the name. Yeah, so many of y'all finna be talking about on this next one, y'all. I know y'all listening. There's a lot of people from when like I said, Jono. It's my show, man. So I gotta tell everybody what happened, the stuff that happens on whatever happens. So hey, next episode 5 going down.